Alright, let's talk about data attribute casing. Data attribute casing, that is, general data attributes, according to the HTML specification, are case insensitive. But with Datastar, they are converted to camel case by Datastar when accessed in JavaScript. Datastar handles casing in two ways. The keys used in attributes that define signals will be converted into camel case. So my-signal becomes camel cased and creates a new signal. And that's what you'd use in your Datastar expression. The keys of all other attributes are converted into kebab case. So again, for this data on attribute, the key is rocket-launched, and it would react to the event named rocket-launched. There's actually modifiers you can use when necessary that can help you convert between casings. Whatever you need, you simply add the modifier after your key. Let's check this out live. Here I have data signals, my signal kebab equal hello world, and I access that signal in data text using camel case my signal. And there you go, it works. So in this case, I used the data signals data attribute, and Datastar defaults to camel case when it created the signal. So I access it using camel case. So whenever I access a signal in something like data text, I want that signal to look identical to the way it's going to be stored. And in this case, it's camel case. But let's mess around more with the casing and modifiers. So when you define your own signals like this, your goal when it comes to casing is to get whatever's on the data attribute to match your source of truth, which is your signal. You want to make sure your data attribute matches however your signal is stored. So like we said earlier, general HTML data attributes are case insensitive according to the spec. So what happens if we do something like this? This data bind is going to be all over the place, but I'm going to keep the signal as is. And that works again simply because HTML data attributes are case insensitive. However, let's try something. If I change the signal to match that data bind, this time it won't work, but for the same reason. It's case insensitive. What's on the data bind will not match that signal. Now, what if I try this, and I make the signal kebab case, and then I switch the bind to kebab case? What's going to happen? It doesn't work. See? No hello world. The signal's not being read properly. Again, it's because Datastar defaults to camel case. So how do we make it match? We use the case modifier, kebab. And now it's being picked up again. Nice. And now there's also snake case, which is pretty obvious again, and we have a case modifier we can use for it. And it also works. And let's do one last one for fun. We'll purposely cast this one to camel case. And boom, still working. So that was messing around with casings for signals. Now, let's do custom events. I wrote a little library that dispatches custom events. And you can see here, my event is rocket launched kebab case. I also added my own event listener on click to a button. And this is outside of Datastar. And I did this as an easy way to fire off my custom event, rocket launched. So now when my custom event fires, I increment my signal, clicks, and Datastar will pick up this event. So now if I click this button, there you go, it increments. And now I change my event to be camel case, just to mess around. However, Datastar is still listening on rocket launched kebab case. So as you can see, it won't work. Easy fix, I just add the case modifier to it, and boom, we're off to the races. So that pretty much covers casing. Good job.